introduce me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to tell you my story. My name is Pullara, and I am 13 years old. During my 13 years, I have known 6 people who either have or have died from some type of cancer. My story is about my mother, who died from lung cancer. When someone is diagnosed with cancer, he or she only has a 10% chance of surviving for 10 years. Adults, young adults, and children need to think twice before picking up a cigarette. Unfortunately, I have experienced the pain that a loved one feels, that a loved one of a cancer patient feels. My mother passed away from lung cancer at the age of 46. One day she told me, "I think that not being able to breathe is the scariest thing." She was only 46 years old. However, anyone at any age could get lung cancer. Both smokers and even non-smokers exposed to secondhand smoke are at risk of getting this horrible disease. Lung cancer is the most common cancer in the United States, with over 200,000 cases being reported each year. Today, more women die of lung cancer than from breast cancer. I am not saying that other types of cancers aren't as deadly, but that lung cancer is very common. My mother was the greatest person you could ever meet. You would never know that she had cancer. She fought for her life. She had to go through 6-hour chemo treatments once every other week and 1 hour each week in between. There were many times that I would go straight from school to the doctor's office so that I could sit with her during the treatments. She was very lucky she did not lose her hair like many patients. My mother was very good at hiding the pain she was having. After 17 treatments, the doctor said that her cancer had shrunk over 50%. But then her white blood cell count was very low. Because her white blood cell count was low, she had to miss more than 6 chemo treatments. During this time, she missed 6 scheduled treatments and a PET test. A PET test is sort of like an MRI. It scans the body to see if the cancer has shrunk or spread any further. The doctor suspected that the cancer had spread to her lymph nodes and liver. The lymph nodes are small molecules that distribute immune-related cells around the body. My mother was admitted to the hospital on Halloween of 2008. In 2007, they discovered that half of my mother's right lung had the cancer. But last Halloween, the doctors diagnosed her with pneumonia of the left lung. She couldn't breathe. Every breath hurt her in every way you could imagine. The doctors at Jamaica Hospital had to put a breathing tube down her throat so that she could breathe. This machine took air in and out of her because she could no longer breathe on her own. She was also on 3 different types of medications that controlled her blood pressure and heart rate. But my mother's kidneys began to shut down. She could not digest the food that was being given to her through the tubes. Then her liver stopped working. I am very thankful that she was heavily sedated for all of this. My mother had told my family and I that she would never want to live on life support unless it was temporary. Since this was not the case, my dad, my 22-year-old sister Samantha, my 18-year-old sister Felicia, and I had to make the difficult decision to abide by my mother's wishes to take her off the medication that was keeping her alive. This was the hardest decision of our lives. She passed away on November 5th, 2008 at 3:39 p.m. within 1 hour of not receiving the medication. I now know it is the hardest thing to watch someone you love pass away from cancer. I don't want anyone else to watch his or her mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, or a sibling die from this horrible disease. I would like to do all I can do to help make people more aware of cancer. I want to help find a cure. I don't want any child to have to go through what I did. I miss my mother very much. Everyone that met my mother couldn't help but love her. If someone was upset, she would hand him or her a cookie and say, "It helps everything." My mother is my hero. She is my hero because she had so much pain but didn't show it. My mother didn't care if she had a cold or wasn't feeling well. She would say, "I have to help my kids when they're sick." The only time she couldn't go near me was when I had pneumonia last year. My mother was always there to help anyone who needed it. I miss her so much, words cannot describe it. The thing I miss the most is walking in the door from school and seeing her on the couch. I want to run into her arms like a little kid again and never let go. When we meet again in heaven, that is exactly what I will do. My mother is the most important person in my life, and I don't know if I can ever get over her passing. I know I could spend my spare time playing video games or going on the computer, but I feel that working with Relay for Life in the search for a cure for cancer is something I would much rather do. Cancer really sucks. We have to do all we can do to help others who have it. Thank you.